Welcome back, legends and legendettes, and what an amazing week it has been. I'm going to do a quick market update, but also go over any active positions that I'm in. So without further ado, looking at the Bitcoin price action, you can see we're in a clear uptrend. It's clear bullish structure, and also well above the 200 and 100 EMAs. Something else that's also quite obvious is the fact that we're actually at a key macro Fibonacci resistance. So if we drop from here to particularly the yearly low, you can see how actually we had that initial rejection of the 382 Fibonacci, and eventually we cleared above it. And we also spoke about how particularly in the long to short ratio, retail were heavily net long, 0.451 point, and the open interest was just skyrocketing. So this actually suggested that the retail, more newer, less advanced traders are shorting, and the more advanced traders were actually going net long. We spoke about in this group how Bitcoin can often go higher than people expect and often lower than people expect. So you don't want to be getting in front of a train that's fast moving. So what next? Well, actually, technically, there's actually very little on the way to 40k. You could say the next structural level really is this 40k, 42k level. So you don't want to, honestly, do not force price action. Wait for structure change. We also spoke about some setups that I actually gave up in real time. So you can see, particularly, this is a setup that I gave in time. This was in the 1st of November. I actually gave the exact stop loss entry for Ethereum. I also gave the actual grid-based profit-taking target approach that I gave, and so these setups were giving in real time, not just saying it in hindsight. So going back, let's see how the trade played out. So this is the ETH trade, and you can see how my entry was here, so 1786, my stop loss is 1620, and you can see my first 5 take profits have all been hit, and so I'm out of this trade now, out of 45% of position, so it's already a risk-free trade, and of course I've got some further up. But the thing is, because it's quite an ambitious trade, the end target is higher up. This is why I'm scaling out on a grid, and even if as many get tagged as possible, it's already a profitable trade. So it's just been an amazing week. And it's all about managing risk as well. So I've only risked a 0.5% of my account for this trade. Looking at some other setups as well that I've been speaking about. So ADA as well. So ADA long, again, is in real time. All these setups in real time. First take profit's been hit and almost in the second take profit. Exact stop loss given. The next trade, of course, as well. So DOT. So this is another one I planned to enter, but my entry didn't fill. It's gone past it. That's fine. And then, of course, AVAX I entered along as well. And this one filled. It's almost your take profit one. And the last one, I believe, was BNB. This one I gave as well. So this is still running. And all these trades, across all these trades, I'm only risking 2% of my account, so I'm not overexposed in any way. Then, of course, I want to speak about some traditional finance positions as well. We first of all had this situation with crude oil particularly, and some people might call this a head and shoulder pattern. Particularly, you can see how effectively on this daily chart, there's like a one shoulder here, a head here, and a shoulder here, and we had a breakdown. The breakdown happened so fast, but I actually want to short this once the breakdown happened, so I'm looking for a short further up for that. But in terms of actual active positions now in traditional finance, so natural gas, I've entered a position. If it gets well below the 200 EMA, I'm going to get out early. But this position's still running. And again, I'm risking 0.5% of my account. I've got the exact take profits already planned out. And next position, of course, I want to talk about is particularly the Australian index. So this has actually already hit my first take profit. So essentially my first take profit was 7,022. So again, I'm scaling out in a grid. And as long as many of these profit targets get hit as well. Of course, this is pretty much a downtrend, but my strategies are rule-based and statistical based on historical data. So of course I'm using structure, but my strategies more have a statistical edge. So yeah, so this first take profit's been hit. These are all the setups that I want to really talk about. So, essentially, we've had so many setups in these charts, and what you want to really do is, it can be quite annoying if you did miss out on this, just FOMOing in. But you always want to realize that there's always a trade for another day. It's better to live to fight another day. And really ask yourself, a lot of the best traders, they didn't even get rich because they had one amazing trade. No, it's a system of habits. It's the systems that matter over time. And this is what matters the most. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and of course, put some comments in the comment section below for any specific video requests.